they've had their time. The box is a little, I don't know if you can see, there is a couple areas of concern. It doesn't look that bad, but you know, when you order stuff from literally across the world, yeah, there's a potential. But yeah, these things, man, they are cool looking though. I'm gonna keep them. These are the stock taillights. These are awesome, actually. They're really, really great taillights. The problem is these brake lights function on a really weird format. So it's not just a conventional 2-bulb style or like an 1156, 1157 where it's a bulb with 2 filaments. It uses a single 168 bulb, and then it actually has a little circuit board built into the back of the light housing that effectively regulates both the daytime running light and the braking light. This one is having some issues. I've replaced the bulb several times. It has an LED bulb in there that's a CAN bus compatible one. It does not function properly, so it is a problem with the housing itself. I really like the HCMotion taillights. I'm sure they're just some cheap Chinese brand, but if I'm honest, it's part of the reason that this car has like such a good look. If I'm being totally frank with you, it just has a nice, let's see if I can get the, yeah, just a nice sharp look to it. Really nice sharp look to it. Obviously this car is absolutely beat. We take it off-road more than on-road, but spice up the taillights a little bit and also fix the problem, because as of right now the taillight itself does not work. It's time for an upgrade. I have a weird love and car fetish for clear lens taillights, and these are supposed to match the fronts. So it's still going to keep the monochromatic tone on the car, and I do like that a lot, because I like having the only color really being kind of like the reflectors, and then of course my lovely blue Circuit Performance wheels. But anyways, look at that! Look at that! Maybe that's a little overdone. I don't know. It looks good. I think it looks pretty good. Wiring harness. And then our inner taillight with what looks like a ballast. Or the harness. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is our taillight then. What do you think? Kind of ricey, you know, whatever. I'm in my 30s, I got a kid. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I got a wife, dog. I ain't trying to, like... Oh shit, it came with extra little resistors too, look at that. They don't ever really include instructions, so I don't know if I'm going to even need to use that, but we'll hold on to it just in case. Let's get to the car. Okay, now that those are out of the box, it's removey time. I popped the trunk. We have to take off this panel right along here. There's a bunch of little clips, and I believe a 10mm hiding underneath there. Needs to be pulled off. Back of the taillight housings, this little panel right here, just pop that off, and there's actually going to be 3 little 10mm screws hiding back there that you can take off, and the whole housing will pop out. There is like a little clippy thingy over here that you kind of have to like shove a little bit that way, but once you get it, it'll pop out pretty easy. But that is the same on both sides. You have your little pockets right there and a little pocket right there. But yeah, remove those covers. Just take a little flathead screwdriver and put it in there. I'll show you how it's done. One sec. Simple flathead screwdriver will do the trick. I also could just use a pen. What inside one of these looks like, if you can even really see. It's not super clear and kind of dark and whatnot. Anyways, there is the back of our headlight housing. There's the plug, little circuit board. You can kind of see one right there. It's a little blurry. There we go, we got it to focus just on the tip. That is going to be the back of the headlight with a little 10mm nut on the back of it. There's 3 of those. There's 1, there's 2 is somewhere up there, and then 3 is kind of hard to get to. typically I recommend like ratcheting wrench or like a really small ratchet with a deep socket. That will do the trick. It is the same on both sides, but it is hard to get to. I'll see if I can show that to the best of my ability. I will do my best. I will do my best. The most ideal tool, if you have one, is going to be a short, little, easy to use ratchet with a deep 10. Pretty much all you're ever going to need for this kind of job. Let's go ahead and hit that bad boy. These should not be more than hand tight, and if they are, that's a problem. You should consult your nearest church and pray that they're gonna come loose. But these cars are so easy to work on, and that's kind of why I love this generation of the RX, because it's so easy. Check these two nuts out. But anyways, number 3 is the freaking bane of my existence, all the way up in there. But you know, you love something, you put the effort in, and I'm trying to have my ricey taillight dreams, you know, come true right now. So like, I'm in this. I'm in it to win it. Better be loose. If it's not, I'm gonna actually cry a little bit. Do you hear that? That's the sound of victory. The sweet sounds of victory. I'll try and show you without breaking things, but there is that little thing back in there that just, you pop it back. Come on. This one actually came loose pretty good. Alright. Yay! Look, that's that dumb little circuit board I'm talking about that controls all the stupid little electronics in the car. This is it. That's all your brakes and stuff. Alright, moving on. I want to see how ricey this thing is going to be, and I love every second of it. Oh my god, I'm going to cry. I love that. I don't care what anyone says. Clear lenses. The only thing that would have made this better is if these were also clear and then illuminated red. But I understand. That's just my taste. What I'm running. See them working. Where's my... So this is our housing, of course. And on our housing, we have a harness on the back. There is 3 plugs that I'm looking for. One of which looks like a power in. This little doodad, I did find a plug in there. That one's in the back. This one is our main connector. That's going to be to our regular lights, and you can actually see there's a power signal and ground on this one. There's a yellow, black, and white wire. And then there's this one, which I'm not sure where this one goes, because there is also a giant extension harness, which there's a giant extension harness, this thing, and we're going to try and install everything loosely, see if it works after we plug it in, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so here is what we're working with, and it's probably going to be super dark and hard to see down there, but if you can manage, there is a tiny little plug at the base of this harness. It's right down in there. That piece right there is going to be the plug that actually is this one. And then this doodad, this little hexagonal type-ish one, will go into here for us. But then that still leaves the question of this. There's no other harness for that. So what the heck, man. Alright, so I found the instructions. I'm so dumb. They were, of course, in the bottom of the box, underneath some other stuff. These harnesses are to connect the small bit of taillight from the inner side that's actually on the tailgate itself to the outer lens. So that way everything works all together. It all makes sense now. That does kind of suck though, because that means all of this does need to come down, because I am going to have to route wiring harness from inside there all the way up and along, down through our little weather accordion thingies, and then back down here. There's There's the sun. Shoot. What do you think? Can we do it? Let's try. Let's try. Crusty, man. Hopefully not all the dust and stuff. Man, this thing is definitely... Here's the extra piece. Got that ballast. For my kid. Loosely throw on like one of these nuts because that way you don't have to risk the tail light coming out and falling. Oh, hell yeah! I think these still need power though. These didn't light up, right? Okay, I didn't think so. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they still need. There's two other plugs that need to be plugged in. I'm pretty sure one of them is the power, right? I think it's just the signal for, yeah. It's okay. But that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. They do brighten up?
Yeah, all three of them light up at the same time. The brake.
Heck yeah. Alright, sick. And guess what? There was no tail light out. It doesn't say that there's a fucking tail light out. Yeah. It has for so long. Okay. It works very nice. Okay. Yeah.
Woo. Yeah, there's like cheap ones that look.
I have so many extras of those, it's crazy. Because I absolutely obliterated this one. We have most of it off. It's just that one last panel. And then the center pieces of the taillights come out and we'll start working on getting the harness wired through. Man, all that just so I can have some nice shiny new taillights. Whatever, it's worth it. It's totally worth it. Who am I kidding? The Lexus has been through enough, it deserves it. Made in Japan. OEM. This fucking plug and play is so good. Oh, yeah. I love when it's plug and play so good. Oh. Alright, at this point I feel like we're pretty much good to fasten down the rest of the taillight assembly. I can't imagine that I'm going to need to take this thing out. Now that I know what we're exactly doing and how to wire everything up properly, I cannot imagine that I'm going to need to take this thing out again. So I'm going to get it fastened down and everything on the back side. Again, that is those 3 little 10mm nuts. There is last 2 right there. Throw those on the back and we'll call it a day on this side. Start working on the other side and then we'll worry about the whole harness once we're done. Tighten up by hand. Oh my god, my thumb. Ooh. Well, that doesn't look half bad now, does it, babe? Oh my gosh, look at that. Night and day. Eh? No, it looks pretty cool. I like it. It's a little flashy, but it kind of matches the front. And they're going for that like new age Lexus style that has like the little beams that go wow thing, and it does do that. Old, new. Look at that though. Not a bad looking little car, but yeah, we'll maybe make that the thumbnail. I'm like 99% sure Customs ripped open this box just to make sure it wasn't like, you know, a bomb or something coming from China. China! They packaged it all back up without putting it back in the styrofoam, and they just kind of shoved it back in there. So there's a couple of scuffs on this lens, but it's gonna get beat up on the trail anyway, so whatever. I'm gonna get everything else plugged back in as well too. So all the harness and everything on this piece, I'll tighten down the 3 nuts, and then we will do the piece up top for the tailgate. And then we'll start the wiring. We'll make sure everything lights up and everything first, of course, and then we'll put all of our trim back on. Yeah. I went right in. Love that. All right, come here, you. Okay. So, second taillight is in. Looks pretty good. No? I think it looks pretty good. Hmm? So ricey, I love it so much. Oh god, it's so sick. Alright, let's see. Is it that looks like that? That's blinker.
Yeah, toss both of them. The bottom yellow line.
so that's what the harness does. The harness connects the signal from this one to this one, so it makes the whole light. Now we know. How sick is that, though? It looks awesome, right? These little things are just resistor blocks. And they have 3M tape on them, so forever. I'm sweaty and I'm gross.
Yep.
But the other side's done, so now I can film this side because I know what I'm doing. Important part. This is gonna be great. That's pretty much it. Just my favorite thing to do. So try and make it look clean. Just basically routed everything along this main harness all the way up, down into this. Oh, dude, you totally can't see. It's getting too dark. Makes me so sad. But it routes down into this area right here, and then it comes through a little grommet, and then we basically just shove it up along. This side is pretty much 100% done. So when it's all back together, it'll look like that, and it'll look perfect, and we'll love it. You got that part done. The main camera died, so I have to use the phone for a sec. Here's our harness. It is a little messy up here because they give you a lot of extra harness with these headlights and tail lights and stuff like that, and then that's our dome light for tailgate piece. But this is the tape I was talking about, just a little extra. Helps keep everything together. But go ahead and throw all of our trim back on. Hopefully the cameras get done, and then we'll be good. Nice. Oh. It's getting dark. Running out of time. That is done. Let's close this bad boy and make sure everything still works. Why don't we? Dang. Okay. Oh, I love that. I love that. All right. Oh man. Yep. Those are freaking cool. Those are freaking cool, man. Yeah, those look sweet. HCMotion. These guys are probably one of the only vendors out there that actually makes a taillight for the RX platform of this generation. So if you're in need of some awesome headlights or taillights, check the link in the description. I actually have links to both that'll give you guys some coupons. And enjoy. Thanks for joining, and I will see you guys in the next one.